like, nobody. I'm just saying, like, we already know them two are the best, so it's like...
Well, who is the best? Not two of the best. Who is
He doesn't want to answer the question. That's the problem. So you kind of explained to me earlier, Garrett, but explain to me again who you think is better between Bell and Larson.
Obviously, they're both amazing, and any car owner would die to have either of them drive their stuff. I think Bell is better, and I think most people would disagree with me because Bell's had to race those crappy stock cars for the last 3 years and nothing else. And people forgot how freaking good he was in everything else he drove. Like, he was taking it to Larson 3 years ago until he had to go stock car only due to the team he drove for. But now that they've, like, taken the dang leash off, he's ripping. 3 cup wins in a row, already banged down an outlaw win. Like, I just feel like he can get to the limit without making mistakes better than anybody else. So I personally think Bell has a slight edge, but most people would probably disagree.
Yeah, and you can't forget he did get a driller his first kind of race back in a dirt car.
Yeah, in a car that most people can't go very good in, right? Like, not the hot package. He's just so good. He's so good. Obviously, the 69K is super fast. Like Darren Pittman would tell you, it's like cheating you racing that car. But he still hadn't ran a wing sprint car in forever and got in against arguably one of the tougher fields of the year outside of the Knoxville Nationals and held off Larson to win. So I think as you see him get to race more and more dirt stuff this year, it's only going to elevate his game and everything he drives. You know, people might argue, well, Larson was competitive in the Indy 500. Bell would be too. You put Bell in a good Indy car, he would be too. He's just got it. You know?
And I did see an interview where Bell does want to run the Indy 500, so maybe that'll be another race where it's a Bell versus Larson situation. That'd be nutty to see.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if in time those two could duke it out like they do in NASCAR and micros and midgets and sprint cars and everything else they race. They seem to be contending against each other at the front of the pack. But not to knock Larson, I think he's absolutely amazing. But I just think Bell has a slight edge.
Maybe.
He's
like Steve Kinzer.
Just a
I'm gonna say Jan Opperman.
I guess it's like Brandon. Like, what's your favorite energy drink? Granola bar.
You can't compare like Johnny Unitas to Patrick Mahomes. The game was different then, right? Like Steve Kinzer, yes, was absurdly good, and I would probably agree with you, best to ever drive a sprint car.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Who's better, A or B? C.
Steve Kinzer couldn't get out of his own way in a stock car. It was a piece of crap stock car, but he couldn't get out of his own way.
I don't like. The question for me is just like, I know them. They can drive anything in the world, so to me it's like whatever.
Yeah, we know
That's the point, Mason.
You could just say, shoot, I don't know, too close to call. You don't have to get all torqued off about it.
All right, Lee. Question of the day. Who's better overall, Bell or Larson?
Not Larson. Easy.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, Bell's won a few races in a row, but overall all year and everything, I mean, Bell's got to prove that.
Yeah, but the one thing to remember, Bell was only running the stock cars for like 3 years.
No, I know. I'll
So
give
he-
him that. Like,
And then jumps right back in a dirt car, wins a driller.
ask me this at the end of the year.
All right, yeah, we'll come back to it at the end of the year.
Right now, Larson's still ahead. In my opinion.
Well, yeah, right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's closer than
close.
some people think.
It's definitely close.
Yeah. What you working on over here, Shahab?
I'm working on a part.
All right, so question of the day, Shahab. Who is better between the two, Kyle Larson or Christopher Bell? I know you don't watch a ton of NASCAR or watch a ton of races, but based on what you've heard, who would you...
I would say Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson? That's been kind of what I've been hearing so far. Lots of controversy. Who's better, Kyle Larson or Christopher Bell?
Kyle Larson.
No hesitation. What's your reasoning?
He's just better all around.
He's just that guy?
He hustles the car like nobody else I've seen, not even Bell. I mean, Bell's good, yeah, but nobody can hustle the car on the edge like Larson can.
That's going in the video. Bell or Larson, who's better?
Watched both. I've watched Kyle for longer. I remember when Bell was in the purple car. Remember watching Bell run Unk's car.
Unk's car. You look stressed. It's not that deep.
I mean,
There's no wrong answer. They're both fantastic race car drivers.
yeah, I don't want to discredit anybody here. I'm gonna say Braden Fox.
Why are you making this so difficult?
I don't know, because like you start thinking about it, you're like, Hunter? I'm also like half working here, so.
Bell or Larson?
I like Bell.
Bell.
Yeah. Just he was out of sprint cars for a while and got right back in and was winning in them. So I like Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, Bell. NASCAR wise, sprint car wise, midget wise, like Bell. Now, you asked me that question 4 years ago. Larson.
I think 4 years ago Bell was better because was still running a bunch of dirt. He's just getting back to dirt.
Well, I understand that, but even then, I feel like Larson won more on dirt, and then he won Chili Bowl that year, and then he won, I think, the Cup Championship that year too.
21.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
What do you think, Hunter?
Birds.
I'll put Foxen up there.
Bell or Larson? Who's better?
Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell?
Christopher Bell. I'll die on that hill if I have to.
No, Brad will go on camera. Steve, no.
Nah, Steve.
Not in his contract.
It's not his contract. Samson, Bell or Larson?
I'll go with Bell purely because when he came by this year, he just stomped everybody at Volusia. So I think that's a good enough reason.
In hot lap, he about ramped a guy's right rear there.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yes. Yes. When I came over when Hudson was racing,
Yeah, I know.
the
I
night that
remember
you got sick before you like your face exploded.
Yeah, I remember that night. It's not a first time offense. I know. I could not hold my left
They
eye.
dropped the green. That was like he was a top fuel dragster guy trying to cut a light. About ramped over the guy's right rear, got all jacked up trying to pass him. I'm like, have you ever watched like a World of Outlaw hot lap session? Like Hudson knows better than that.
That's rough. That's rough.
Zach, new guy. Bell or Larson? Who's better?
I'm gonna go with Bell. Ask
Bell.
me in 2 weeks, it might change. But definitely Bell right now.
It's a fair point. All right, Braden.
Bell.
Quick and easy.